everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most powerful techniques in natural language processing, topic modeling with latent dirichlet allocation, or LDA. By the end of this video, you'll understand how machines can automatically discover hidden topics in thousands of documents, and we'll build a live demo together. If you find this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get started. Imagine you have 10,000 news articles, customer reviews, or research papers. How do you make sense of all that text? You could read them all, or you could use topic modeling. Topic modeling is an unsupervised machine learning technique that automatically discovers abstract themes or topics that occur in a collection of documents. For example, if I give you these sentences, the stock market crashed today. New vaccine shows promising results. Lakers won the championship. A topic model might discover 3 topics: finance, health, and sports, without us telling it what to look for. The key word here is unsupervised. We don't label our documents. The algorithm finds patterns in word co-occurrences to identify topics automatically. Now, the most popular topic modeling algorithm is LDA, latent dirichlet allocation. It was introduced by David Blay, Andrew Ained, and Michael Jordan in 2003. Let's break down the name. Latent means hidden. The topics are hidden structures we want to discover. Dirichlet refers to the Dirichlet distribution, a mathematical distribution used in the model. Don't worry, we'll keep the math simple. Allocation means assigning. We're allocating words to topics and topics to documents. Here's the core intuition. LDA assumes that documents are mixtures of topics and topics are mixtures of words. For instance, a document about sports medicine might be 60% sports topic and 40% health topic. And the sports topic might have high probability words like game, player, score, while health has doctor, treatment, patient. LDA uses something called a generative model. It imagines a fictional process for how documents are created. Even though this isn't how real documents are written, thinking this way helps us reverse engineer the topics. Think of it like this. Imagine a chef making a fusion dish. They decide on a recipe mix, say 70% Italian, 30% Chinese. Then they pick ingredients based on those cuisines. LDA works similarly. Here's the generative process. Step 1. For each document, randomly choose a distribution over topics. This is our recipe mix. Maybe document 1 is 50% topic A, 30% topic B, and 20% topic C. Step 2. For each word position in the document, first pick a topic based on that document's topic distribution. Step 3. Then pick a word from that topic's word distribution. If we picked topic A, we might get words like computer, software, code. Step 4. Repeat until the document is complete. Now, in reality, we have the documents and want to find the topics. So LDA works backward using statistical inference to figure out what topics must have generated our observed documents. Okay, let's touch on the math, but I promise to keep it intuitive. LDA has 2 key parameters you need to know. First, alpha. This controls how mixed our documents are. A high alpha means documents contain a mixture of many topics. A low alpha means documents focus on just a few topics. Think of alpha as topic diversity per document. Second, beta. This controls how mixed our topics are in terms of words. High beta means topics share many words. Low beta means topics use distinct vocabularies. Think of beta as word diversity per topic. LDA uses algorithms like Gibbs sampling or variational inference to iteratively assign words to topics. It starts with random assignments, then refines them to maximize the probability of observing our actual documents. It's like solving a massive jigsaw puzzle where pieces keep moving until they find their best fit.
Now let's get practical. I'll show you how to build an LDA model using Python and Gensim. First, let's import our libraries. Here's a simple dataset: customer reviews. Step 1. Pre-process the text. Tokenize, remove stop words. Step 2. Create a dictionary and corpus. The dictionary maps words to IDs, and the corpus converts documents to bag of words format. Step 3. Train the LDA model. Step 4. View the topics. And we might get topic 0, 0.15 times phone, plus 0.12 times battery, plus 0.11 times camera, plus 0.10 times screen. Topic 1, 0.18 times service, plus 0.15 times delivery, plus 0.12 times shipping, plus 0.10 times customer. See? Topic 0 is about product features. Topic 1 is about service. Once we have topics, we can use them for semantic clustering, grouping documents by meaning, not just keywords. Traditional clustering might group documents that use the same words, but topic-based clustering groups documents that discuss the same themes even if they use different vocabulary. For example, these 3 documents. 1. Doctor prescribed new medication. 2. Physician recommended treatment. 3. Software engineer fixed the bug. Documents 1 and 2 share no exact words, but both belong to a medical topic. Document 3 clearly belongs to a technology topic. Here's how to get document topic distributions. This document is a mix. It's talking about medical recommendation, but also technology. How do we know if our topics are good? We use a metric called topic coherence. Topic coherence measures how semantically similar the top words in a topic are to each other. High coherence means the words make sense together. A good topic might be words, doctor, hospital, patient, treatment, medicine. Coherence, 0.65, high. A bad topic might be words, doctor, pizza, software, cloud, dog. Coherence, 0.12, low. There are different coherence measures. C_V, most common, correlates well with human judgment. UMass, based on document co-occurrence. C_UCI, point-wise mutual information based. Here's how to calculate coherence in Gensim. Generally, a coherence score above 0.5 is considered good, but this depends on your dataset. Now for the fun part. Let's visualize how coherence changes with different numbers of topics. I'll create a complete example that tests multiple topic numbers. See how the coherence peaks at around 5 topics? That's our optimal number for this dataset. We can also use PY-LDA Viz for interactive topic visualization. This shows topic distances, top terms, and how topics relate to each other. The bigger the circle, the more prevalent the topic. So when should you use topic modeling? Here are the best use cases. Number 1, document organization. Automatically categorize large document collections. Libraries, news agencies, and research databases use this daily. Number 2, trend discovery. Find emerging themes in social media, customer feedback, or scientific literature. What topics are trending this month? Number 3, content recommendation. Recommend articles, products, or content based on topic similarity. If you like this topic, you'll like these documents. Number 4, information retrieval. Find documents about concepts, not just exact word matches. Number 5, text summarization. Generate summaries by extracting key topics rather than key sentences. Topic modeling works best when you have large corpus, hundreds to thousands of documents with reasonable length, not just tweets.
Clear thematic variation in your collection. No need for real-time processing. LDA can be slow. Like any technique, LDA has its limitations. Let's be real about them. Challenge 1. Choosing the number of topics. There's no perfect formula. You need to experiment and use coherence scores as guidance. Challenge 2. Topic interpretability. Sometimes LDA produces topics that make mathematical sense, but don't make semantic sense to humans. You might need manual inspection. Challenge 3. Computational cost. For millions of documents, LDA can take hours or days to train. Consider using online LDA or neural topic models for large-scale applications. Challenge 4. No word order awareness. LDA uses bag of words, so dog bites man and man bites dog look identical. For context-dependent meaning, consider BERT-based topic models. Challenge 5. Short text performance. LDA struggles with tweets or short reviews because there aren't enough word co-occurrences. You might need to aggregate documents first. If LDA doesn't fit your needs, consider non-negative matrix factorization, NMF, BERTopic, transformer-based, top2vec, embedding-based, structural topic models, STM, and that's topic modeling with LDA. Let's recap. LDA discovers hidden topics automatically. Documents are mixtures of topics. Topics are mixtures of words. Use coherence scores to evaluate quality. Great for large document collections. Watch out for computational costs and interpretability. If you learned something today, smash that like button and subscribe for more machine learning content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy modeling!